Y'all raise hands. David, what you got?
You know, I'm curious. The ACC Players of the Week came out. 3 offensive guys for NC State, no defensive guys. Was there like a level of like, hey, what about us after your performance against Clemson?
I feel like, yeah, a couple of our guys on defense should have been recommended. But, I mean, it's okay. You know, we've been the underdog for a long time now, so you know it's not going to hurt us. You know, nothing's personal at the end of the day, so we're just going to keep grinding.
David, is that it for you? I'm sorry, I'm off. Jonas.
Yeah, Shyheim, I was looking at the Louisiana Tech roster, and I believe their running back is from the Rocky Mount area. I think he went to Southwest Edgecombe. Williams. Do you know him? Do you guys have a relationship before he went out there? Do you know him pretty well? I don't know if you guys played Southwest much when you were in high school, but.
So yeah, he's from around my way. I didn't know him too much personally, but we knew each other through football. Like he's like a couple of years older, like 3 or 4 classes before me. So I never got a chance to play against him. But I mean, I heard about him like before my time came back home. I knew who he was. You know, it was like that type of thing back then. But I always kept up with him. You know, we reach out to each other back and forth now. And like I haven't talked to him yet before the game, but I'm gonna wish him good luck.
As a follow-up, I wanted to ask you about that. I think I tweeted about it the other day, but that Nash Edgecombe area, when it comes to recruiting in the state, you know, everybody talks about Charlotte and Raleigh. Do you think Nash/Edgecombe area gets like overlooked when people talk about football hotspots in North Carolina?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, we definitely gonna get overlooked. I mean, I think it's just more so because of it's a small area. You know, not many people really just come through there just because. So it's a lot of hard-nosed football that goes down that nobody really knows about unless you actually just take the time and go check it out. So I mean, I was blessed to get noticed, and I'm happy to be where I am. But I mean, I can't say it was easy.
James, what you got?
Shyheim, watching the game back against Clemson, it seemed like you guys really wanted to take it to them physically, defensively. Was that something that the coaches challenged you guys with going into that game that week, just trying to match their intensity and physicality outside?
Yes, 100%. Going into the game, it was like the top 2 defenses in the ACC. So we already knew that we had a point to prove because everybody talks about how good Clemson defense was. And we looked at the stats, and our stats was just as good as theirs was. So we had a point to prove, you know. We came in the underdog again, you know, no talk about us. No one expected us to win the game. So we just went in there and just played our hearts out. You know, we went in there and just made stops when we needed to, made all the right reads, and we just kept playing ball. And I mean, we came out the better team. You know, we played out the better defense. So I feel like we proved our point that we are the better defense in this conference.
And just to follow up, you have some guys on that side of the ball who seem to play with a lot of intensity. Drake, Tanner, I mean, even Corey, who was on a minute ago, plays with a lot of energy. Is that contagious?
Yes, it is. We feed off each other's energy, you know, like Corey made a big play. You seeing guys running up on him, like I ran up on him just because the energy, you know, it felt like I needed to go to enjoy this moment with him, like, to celebrate with your brother.
Thank you.
Jonas.
Shyheim, I think Louisiana Tech has a running back, a guy named Smoke Harris, probably about 5'6", 5'7", leads them in reception yards. A little smaller guy. What do you see for him on film? I mean, imagine with a nickname like Smoke, he's probably a fast guy. So what do you look forward to about defending a guy with that size, with that agility and ability?
Just staying locked in on his hip. You know, he's one of those guys that's going to want to try to catch you in space and make a move when you make you miss. You know, he's one of their screen guys, so they want to just have him in space where he can get the ball and move around. So, I mean, key thing for us is just knowing where he's at and not letting him get the ball. And if he gets the ball on the screen route, just tackle him as quick as you can.
I have one more follow-up. I just asked Corey this too. Coach Dorn has talked about through the first 4 weeks of the season how you guys have played 3 or 4 very different styles of offense. You know, Mississippi State was air raid, Furman was option a little bit, Clemson was spread. So you have to switch it up every week. Can you kind of just talk us through how you guys have to not completely erase the game plan, but adjust your game plans from week to week because you're seeing so many different kinds of offenses so far?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of adjusting going on. Like, we try to disguise our defense so that we'll take away what they want to do most of the time. Like for Clemson, it was taking away their quick game, their quick outs. For this team, it'd be just trying to take away their deep shots. You know, that's what they want to do. They got receivers that can run, so we're just gonna put ourselves in the best position we can to make a play on the deep ball if they want to throw it, or try to get them not to throw it.
And I'm just curious, just the way you guys play defense each week, is it like we're going to force our hand and try to make the offense do what we want them to do, or you guys more so try to adjust to the offense in game, or a little bit of both from week to week?
It's a little bit of both. Where we feel like we can have the edge on. So it all depends on who we're playing.
James?
Yeah, what has Derek Pitts added to your position group?
He's added a lot of leadership, a lot of vocal leadership, a lot of energy to the room, of course. I mean, he's a great dude. You know, I'm glad he came in. You know, he filled some big shoes, and he's been nothing but good to us so far. So, I mean, I love him. You know, I love what the energy he brings, and it's just fun lining down with him, knowing like I can trust this guy. Like, I know he got my back and I got his. You know, he talks to me if I feel like I'm getting internal. He'll come talk to me. If I feel like he's going internal, you know, I'll go talk to him, and it's just that brotherhood relationship that we built from off-season program training and just playing alongside each other. And I mean, I'm glad to have him.
Is there anything else for Shyheim?
Yeah, I got one more, if it's okay.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I just want to go back to an earlier question I was asking about Nash and Edgecombe and players from the area. I see you got the Shy out of 252 on your bio. How big is it for you guys? You, Bam, I know two more guys from Bam High School have committed, or one is already there, to kind of represent that area on this stage.
Me personally, it's real big. You know, they come from more of the outskirts area, but I mean, it's still the same thing. But for me, like personally, it's real big because Rocky Mount isn't an easy place to come out of. You know, it's a lot of guys that lose focus along the way, get sidetracked with any and everything. So to me, like I kept my head on straight, stayed focused, and I found a way to get out. And then that was the main goal. And I mean, like a lot of my friends, they wasn't fortunate enough to make it to where I am. So I feel like I played for them as well. And I had one friend guy that's not even able to be here with me today. And I also played for him every game. So I mean, just being able to just look back like, wow, I was really the one that made it out. And a lot of guys look up to me. They call me a hero. They say I'm the example. And I mean, like a lot of guys just want to be where I am, even the youth. Like, I try to give back whenever I can, go talk to them, just let them know like it's bigger things outside of Rocky Mount that you can like put yourself in position to get to if you just stay focused and not get distracted by all these things going on here. Because like Rocky Mount is so small, like you can get bored easily and find yourself in trouble fast, and there's no way of getting out of it once you're in. So I mean, just me being strong enough to actually put myself in a position to get out of that stuff is it's like really, really big to me, because I know like it's not easy. Like I've seen it over and over again where people have actually gotten here and then, you know, it didn't turn out well. So I just try to stay focused, you know, keep myself out of trouble and surround myself with good people.
From the 252 as well, man. So keep representing us, all right?
Oh yeah, appreciate it. What part?
Northampton County, Rich Square, a small
Okay.
town. Yeah.
So Shyheim kind of made it sound like he's from the big city and everybody else is kind of from the burbs, right?
Listen, Rocky Mount compared to where I'm from is the big city, so he's kind of right.
Shyheim definitely has that big city thing going for him. So anybody else for Shyheim?